Yeah. Yes, hello. Yeah, hi and yes. Um, Hello. Last we left off, we were in the Jade Helix, doing Jade Helix things, and we're gonna be doing some more Jade Helix things. I have 5 little Jade Keystones. Oh yeah, I got a Zune from, what was that, Rotbaden? And I haven't used it yet. Let's use it. And we're gonna go through the Helix a bit more until, like, we, hit something that, like, actually truly demolishes us, and then probably sail around to get money and revisit the Emporio, see if we get any new toys that make things a bit better. Or maybe just revisit Rob Baden in hopes of getting ridiculous stat ups. I don't know. Um, I'm sure if we adjusted our strategy in terms of classes and such like that, we would be able to do this pretty easily as we went, but, eh. What are we looking at? What do we got? We got some undead, Jade zombies, one of those frickin' roadrunners of Doom. Doesn't look too bad though, really. Got plenty of space and time to put together some kind of attack plan. I don't see like an angel fly or a spidus or anything like that, or a blood reaver. I think these things are supposed to be on the tier of a blood reaver, but the first ones I encountered in the actual encountering of the monster was not that crazy. Surely this one no we changed it over. They're capable of turning a one quick kill into a massacre, unlike their ordinary forms. So this is the prey line to kill between kills. Right. You're gonna gain another 200 KO for doing your turn. That passive wasn't working properly when I encountered. That's part of what it was. They were killing like rotworms, but it didn't trigger the passive for one reason or another. So it was not a threat, even though it probably should have been. Zero can't quite reach without moving forward. Warmth 0. I'm going to need to heal myself to generate a generate my defenses. Heyo, magic. Yeah, this game has some pretty great music that they've curated from various places. It's pretty great. This is a mod as well, but I think this is base game music. But yeah. Good times, game. Hope you're doing well. Bear can't get the zombie, but can easily stun that thing, but they won't do that much damage. Bear's just not going to be doing a lot of damage to this thing no matter what he does. Actually, hold on. No, yeah, he's just not doing damage here. That's just not in his wheelhouse. Throw out a little shock there, Bear. Ooh, free little stone. And then we'll get Master Stroke going. You know? And I will go up here and make a little wall. Oof, even blocking it got me some damage there. I do not like this zombie. Bear can take it out of commission rather permanently here. Dan gives it a pause, and then Bear takes it out of commission. And Zero just keeps making more swords. Which is a good combination. Make another wall here. Buy us some time to deal with what's in front of us. Doing century television, encountering one of their few weaknesses. I get to go again. What do I want to do exactly here? Lullaby can pierce the wall, but I can't quite reach anything with Lullaby. Not sure if Lullaby would work on Jade Helix monstrosities. Maybe I just drain this thing? Finish it off. I'm just gonna slap this thing. Do some damage. That thing's already dead. And Zero can't quite get Onslaught yet. It's going to change to going invisible. Can't quite really. I've kind of just made it so we have to wait. We just wait. It's kind of fine, but it is a small annoyance. Let's have 0 go again very shortly. A little too shortly. If it was 2 more time units, 0 could begin another gate onslaught, but that's fine. Trying to destroy the wall. Which is kind of fine. Ito can do his warmth. Another onslaught 0. Just trying to make sure that it does not indeed require that you stand perfectly still. Should have had her teleport, but that's fine. Do birds sleep? Renew your wind weapon and your SLP if you get an opportunity. They do sleep. For how long is the question? I've only blinded myself, so it's not a big deal. I guess they don't sleep for very long if they get gate onslaughted. Those things are lightning based, so they don't get stunned. Bird will go in 20 some. Go for another master stroke. Well, those dogs are. Well, if they were stunnable, that'd be fair game. Bear can always just walk over here and freeze one of them. They're not immune to freeze. Make more sword. Sleep bird. With that, I think we've pretty much won this because Bear can just lock that sleeping bird down until it's dead. I don't think he's going to get a chance to just lock it down because it's already dead. Keystone container. Not the greatest of secondary prizes in Essence Stone, but not exactly the most difficult to fight, so I guess it makes sense. Mr. Sharpshooter can get another point of bow skill. Yeah, that's definitely not the hardest Jade Helix fight we've been in. Our next fight, re-battle prep. And away we go. Okay. Jade Golem. That Jade Soldier is pretty interestingly equipped. This one doesn't look too bad either. Oh, the Greylock. Never mind. Someone put a Greylock down here. Who would do such a thing? Everyone look, well, actually, Greylocks can't reach that far, right? Surely we're safe. We don't have to look away from it before it's even begun to act. Kind of crunchy and complex. I forget if crunchy is a good thing or a bad thing. For me, the UI is just kind of fine. I don't know. They're getting pretty strong now, +5 to all stats. Yikes. Rupture's still Rupture, though. Lots of spell abilities. Anzabel's, though. Okay, that's an Anzabel. Oh, but once you know that what they are, it's not a big deal. Like at a glance, you can get a really good feel for what these things are. So they're just this is their level with the weapon type. This is their level with their elements. It's pretty straightforward, truthfully. Mr. Jade Soldier there needs to be ruptured. And how are we going to deal with Mr. Golem? The Raylock has to go first and foremost. That is definitely the biggest threat. So we're just going to run across the map towards the Raylock while not looking at the Raylock. Might be a clock. Oh, that is, yes, that is a clock. That is for overworld stuff. While you're in a dungeon, time kind of just pauses. But, it's 6:08 at night on a cold day. My crew's morale is high because we can track that. There's tons of stuff going on in this game, but it's really not that complex. Truthfully. Surely. Ito is not going to be able to make it across the ice easily. Got a wall. Keep the golem out. I used to worry about the zombie that's gonna walk up and smack me in the face. Since Zimat's UI, it says it. Oh, yeah. Well, Zimat's is Zimat's. Oh, that's 16 damage with. Oh wait, do I have my Garden Ward up? I might not have my Garden Ward up. That might be why they did 16 damage. Delirious Blind Madness. That's a nasty combination. hell freaking orb do that to me? Yikes. I think the orb just knocked me into delirious blind madness. The Raylock goes too soon. To really do anything about it. Jade Soldier gets stunned for 88. For us, 7. Bear's got hide for oof. That's very dangerous for Bear. I don't like it. We're doing it though. Like on a sword. Attack that thing. Lure the Raylock out if you can. Cure me. Yikes. 63. Oh boy. Bot. I went to ban the bot, and like as I went to do so, the account has already been suspended. Well, Twitch is on top of it. That's good to know. I should... No, I have to heal. I have to heal myself. I was gonna say, I could make another wall, and that could buy us some time. I forgot to give myself my basic healing. Well, I dealt with a lot of that. That's good. Zombie can't make it that far. He could if we aren't careful. Get up to one of us and smack us. Raylock's blinded, ruptured. Little master stroke, Bear's gonna run over here and do a dust cloak on himself to invisible. You report? Good. Good. How to deal with this golem? There's a lot of obvious ways to deal with it. We have to deal with the Anvil first, though. So I think I will deal with the golem in a very similar way that I've already dealt with the golem. And that is to just put him in timeout for a moment. We don't need to keep looking away. The Raylock's dead. Jade Soldier is not... He'll be dead before Bear needs to do that, so Bear's just going to keep kind of walking around. What he might do is Nunk. Give 0 a Nunk for Dunk. But that would be pointless because Zero's already going to get a turn. Who could he really Nunk? No one really. He's going to just kind of walk up here and Dust Cloak himself. That 12 rupture will be enough. may as well finish it off while we're here. If we just stuck to the golem, the Anzabel will cure it of our debuffs and such, so we really have to kill the Anzabel first. And it's very dead. On its turn, it will just explode. So now Bear can walk up and cast lightning at this golem, but the golem can just walk out of the way of lightning, which it will easily do. So if Bear does this, Zero will go into the drink, which is not ideal. Bear's gonna be invisible until that thing takes its action, so we'll just put ice there and kind of corral it. It goes a little too soon for Bear to do anything to it once again. Bear can nunk Zero, and let's see how hard this golem hits Zero. If it gets, it might go for Zero, it'll probably go for the sword. 89 on the sword. That's a pretty good hit. That oil proc though. Back to work. Alright. Thanks again for stopping by, Matches. I see you. Good luck with your work. Wait, why am I stuck? Well, there we go. Nope, I'm still stuck. Oh, I'm not stuck. It's the darkness wall proccing and doing its thing. Some cursed jade armor and a bone knuckle. Is that a keystone? That's a light shard canister. A sleep dart. Again, I can't really complain because this encounter was spookier than it was actually dangerous. That Raylock didn't really get to do anything. Now we're getting into scary combats. A king heedle and an angel fly, along with a bunch of small things that are going to be on us before we get to even act, which is a bit of a problem. That King Needle's gonna do some nasty work. They silence you. I think they did actually get this out, didn't they? Oh no, the thing's actually working. Ooh. The cure thing's actually working. When there lists the Jade Helix's creations, float beetle once anything in its path. So this beetle resists all manner of extinguishing effects, but keep your distance and direct whatever barricades you can between the spots in your team before its time runs out. So it is also on a timer. Jade Crests. So you're going to retaliate with more precision than other crests. Their strength is repulsed by the Jade Helix. Forced to shove their victims long distances. Oh, that thing's gonna blow really quickly. Nice, Guido gets to go twice. Go again, Zero. Gate Onslaught. I'm going to run here and give myself a little heal. And my defense is up. Oh yeah, it's gonna do that. Oh, the fatigue remained though. I didn't need to fire shot that. I don't know why I fire shot that. The thing is so close to exploding. You don't warm yourself. When does it take that? At the end of its turn or the beginning? Start of its turn, so as long as we stay away, we should be fine. The Crask is going to go before we can hit it with anything meaningful. I can just put down a wall before the thing goes. I think Barris is going to be confident in its invisibility and stand up front. Push forward. Yep. Zero's blasting off again. I am glad I put that wall up. In the immediate area is not at all accurate. Holy shit. It annihilated Guido. Holy... oh. Oh boy. Do not climb the Helix without a wall, I guess, is the moral of the story. Tome of Health. I haven't seen one of those before. Permanent 1 HP. I know someone who'd like some permanent HP. A book for you. At some point I'd like to get to like the above 50 page, but we'll see. We'll need to visit like the Pyroclasm place. Today was going to be all Jade Helix, but maybe I end up wanting to go visit Pyreheart Mountain. Number go up. 175 stream streak. Nice. Thanks for watching and hanging out. And all other support, and well, hanging out. Hanging out's a big support. Oh, I was wondering if I'd ever see one of these. A Jade Chimera. Oh, it inflicts that death mark instantaneously along with the negative morale. Oh, that's nasty. I forgot these things exist and they do that. I don't want to be anywhere near its like line of pounce. How are we gonna... Oh god, the Raylock's gonna be able to just instantly take us down. Blind Madness Delirious. Guido can cure one of us. We can cure exactly one of us. Per Guido turn. The good news is Bear is not get hit by the major bad things. Up for 33 on either one of those. The Raylock is so fast, it's gotta go. Bear's Cure does not work on anyone but himself, right? Not that he can actually cure anyone. What? Why? Everyone's cured? What happened? Everyone's cured? I'm so confused. There's some interaction going on here that has resulted in everyone being cured. And I don't know what it is. The Raylock has to go. Everyone except for Dan got cured. The Raylock for sure has to go. Dan and myself did not get cured. Dan is just gone, so let's get rid of all of his debuffs instantaneously. I'm going to put up a wall, and we're gonna make the Jade Helix safe again. So I was gonna say it, didn't you? You're dangerously close to saying it. Even if it's a meme, it's kind of disgusting for me right now. Just sits in your head so easily. I didn't look at the Chimera yet. I should look at the Chimera. This room is so small. Power the abomination by making a press and put enough to inflict the dreaded death mark curse. The curse wear off, otherwise we'll be completely unable to protect yourself with life magic. I think Bear's contingency ring is not life magic, which is why it worked on people immediately next to him. Not sure, I think Zero's Madness procced and countered as an attack and triggered the warrior passive. Even though Zero didn't get healed, it immediately caused a cure effect? Maybe? Maybe? That's my best guess as to what happened to keep Zero, or to, you know, restore Zero to health. That guy's done. Bear's got 27 seconds of his thing. Zombie goes in 14, which is not... Bear cannot pull off the spell in time. He could just nunk this Dan guy. Oh man, Guido really wants to viral that. Does viral go through the wall? It does not. He really wants to viral that, but he can't, so he'll just do his thing. Which is granting warmth to 0, and then warmth to himself. I'm gonna do a lullaby at him, and then run away. They can just walk over there. I don't know why they're so set in like standing by the wall like that. I guess they don't want to. They don't want to get hit by the blind. So the wall has extra like stay away power. Curiously enough, that guy's dealt with. Bear reduces invisibility. Guido will warmth himself. That oil does so much damage. I think I will renew that wall, because that guy's gonna explode. He won't explode as large as like the King Needle, but the King Needle explosion has put me on proper scared. And this wall is working very well to keep getting me out. I need to get myself healed so I can regenerate MP. Yeah, that Chimera's done. Victory. Ooh, some iron ice. A nice 14 pieces of jade. One more floor. Just one more floor, yeah. Oops, I didn't do the thing, did I? Yeah, I didn't do it right. Brain, it's a simple process. SLP, and smoke bomb. Been coveted. Angel Flight. The Raylocks are gonna drive me nuts every time. Oh god, another Chimera. It didn't inflict the thing, though, strangely enough. A Raylock and a Chimera and an Angel Fly walk into a bar. No superstis. And they're at +6. It caps out eventually, right? I thought I remember reading that in, like, the mod page. I don't remember where it caps out. Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe it just, number keeps going up. Raylock has to go. He will walk himself this time. I will heal myself. And Bear, I guess. It's gonna be safe from the, the rupture because the smoke bomb. My smoke bomb ruins everything every time. Oh, look at that. Imagine if you could throw your sword wave at that and then Guido could viral it. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Wouldn't that just beat all? Also, this man is blind and delirious again. I want Guido to be repositioned. I know what I'll do. I know what I'll do. This will do it. Now Zero can go over here. Throw that there. And then Guido can go over here. And this will be truly a weird thing. Probably not worth doing, but oh boy, does that look good. Oh, did I look at the Gangle? I don't know if I looked at the Gangle before. Well, they're all dead now, so... So is Dan, probably, but, you know, there are details. Nice use of the coolant to put everyone out of being on fire. But they're still all ruptured. They're still all... Oh boy, that's an explosion. Saved himself from the rupture by handing in a smoke bomb. Stun that thing so it doesn't get the toxic cross off. You missed. Nice try, though. The bomb. Okay, everyone is very, very nearly dead here. Let's cure Zero. And get Guido out of there. That thing's gonna die from poison, probably. Warmth 0. Run away a bit more. Fatigue and oil. Yikes. Well, we know the angel fly is 110% dead, so let's just do this. Have Dan go again, basically. You don't go forward. Go forward and give Dan another turn, I guess. Rupture that big old nasty thing. I'm going to put up a wall around this thing because it's just going to explode instantaneously. It's a good wall. Keystone. We got a lot of keystones out of this. Well, I need you to go away. Time to leave. We do have a decent payout waiting for us. 21 keystones. What if we just did one more floor? Yeah, maybe we any just as possible. My goal is to get to like the smithy more than anything. We can unlock some chests. Boom, boom. They give you a refund. The sorting hat. Mage's Chapeau. Scholarly cap that bolsters magic defense from casting delays nearby enemies. Oh no. Okay, he was tired of his enemies scurrying out of the way of the spells and destroy them. This hat might look a little absurd, but spectroscopic 9 not only does it boost away his magical abilities, but also slows the reactions of nearby enemies whenever they carry channels its essence into a longer casting. Oh no. Bear needs both his contingency rings. But does he need to have any armor? Does he need to actually wear armor? Maybe he just wears a hat. Maybe he's just naked and wearing a hat and 2 rings. Just a crub man walking around naked with a hat. The wind power for the whole crew is probably a good call. We did get that Iron Ice chunk. Wind skill increased. Only a refund of 1 there. The Biting Bracelet. That repeatedly debuffs the wearer. This bracelet is Dragon Bone constantly bites the wearer, significantly frail and malaise and start to wear why and when wear this surely this nefarious necromancer defiler or use defiler or sadistic scourge could find a use. Trail and Malaise. That's cute, I guess. Let's open up that smithy. Get that life sigil. A dispel trigger. Not as good of a prize as I was hoping it'd be like a whole other area with some neat stuff in it, but dispel trigger is pretty useful, particularly in here. Refund on that. Some shadow bracers. Aside from being expertly crafted and enhancing the wearer's defenses, these bracers also contain bizarre enchantments that release smoke powder in response to violent stimuli, though the effect of fleeting the concealment provided can prevent the wearer from being overwhelmed. So it turns you into one of the Forgotten? Ooh, 4 keystones required to get to that one. There's nothing really in reach of my 2 keystones. Still much to do. Very much to do. But what would the dormitories have? We have another dispel trigger now, so that's nice. I want to do another rock bait in it. I kind of want to go to the mountain, Pyre Mountain, or whatever. Get more money and go visit the Emporio. So so many things still left to do. The Jade Helix is the ultimate goal of everything that we're doing, but there's so much more I want to still just do. I don't think we've done this month's trade deal because we kind of just ignored it. We could find out what that's all about, but we could also just not. Head up to Avonhold. Yeah, let's just head up to Avonhold. Not Avonhold, Keep Broke, get our payout. Head westward, go visit the Witchwood, get a tome, maybe some hardwood. Maybe I like the hardwood. Let's get some more hardwood. I don't really need it. We'll see what I feel like I do as I do. Game of sandbox as you do. Yeah, but like, I've been going at the sandbox for so long, and we're so damn powerful now. So yeah, ready for the DLC for DD2. Yeah, I wonder how poorly that's gonna run. 16 days, 6 grand, not bad. It's a bit more time had passed, but it's fine. Head west. Just buy the full 200. We do have business back at Searth. We could get money that way, and then toss on the loyalty passives again. I know how powerful you are with your warrior passive, but... Probably should have visited the training yard at Avonhold. If we see some pirates, we might annihilate them for the sake of faction reputation with the other factions. Not even like take their ships, just annihilate them. Okay, maybe take the galleon. I don't know. I have a problem. I can't not take ships. Another thing I can't do is not go for more ability crests that I don't really need. We only have 27 of them. We need more. Your new sword is kind of disgusting. Let's do 0 Vendido. I see your new sword. Oh no. That was a pretty smart play. It's the same sword, it just does more. I didn't think this through. Sorry, Zero. I need to think it through more. I'll have to use Shockwave and not walk up. Oh, but you got healed, so you got instantly cured. Awesome. Right. Well, that's solid. He just keeps negating himself. Desperately holding on against his debuffs. Come along, Manchol. Look at that. It's like they just want to get hit by Viral. Darn it, Guido, you're not supposed to go first. That's my fault, though. I did that. I actually did that, didn't I? Come on, group up for me. Group up, group up, group up, group up, group up. It doesn't matter, the guy's dead. Fine, you know what? You'll just do this instead. I know how to fix this for next time now. I realized immediately what I did wrong, so easy fix. Just have Zero be the selected person. And she'll just sits there and looks pretty. Jeffman has that sweet poison curing touch. Not that we need it anymore, but theoretically that'd be nice to have. Shock his brain. And shoot him. Just for good measure. Instantly kill him. Alright, so the solution to the problem that I gave myself is that we have Zero selected when we add Z to the group, because Z is a balancer, and balancers sometimes have good things. So now Zero acts first in the initiative, and then Guido can then viral after Zero does the thing, and then their entire team is going to be lit up with, except for their little friend over there, everyone that's not part of the big contiguous unit, because they're too smart. They're going to be lit up with this stuff. Goes the man-child. Viral. Go. Ah, Z has warmth. Not that we need it because we already have it, but you know. One of those things. Mantrol! Mantrol down. Go again, Zero. Done Rift. We'll do a warmth on himself, and then on Zero. Zero will take the lead, and then we'll grab... Gira has immobilized, but... Balmung's pretty decent. Let's add Balmung. He was one that was just doing like the backstep shot constantly. It's not gonna be comparable to like the rest of the team, but you know. How dare that guy. You guys better not group up. I think they're kind of... Some of them were vaguely aware of the threat of viral. And then they grouped up anyway. Alright. Well. We are going to use you as a point for spreading all of the debuffs around Zero. Everyone gets poison, suffering, and burn. This guy's got a parrying dagger as well. Ooh. I have cure. That backstep shot. Torchfire and Guido makes sense. That healed 0, instantly triggering the cure. Guido is unfortunately a little bit on fire. He does not have the discipline he needs to cure himself. What keeps healing you and just curing you? This Dewey Opal is doing some nonsense. Something's not right. Now he's just silenced. Belmont's gonna walk back for a bit of negating? I'm gonna say healing, but not really healing. I guess he'd get some help there. By answering all the elements. Back next week for another ability quest. I finished on Maker. But I have a lot of tap points that I haven't been able to invest in Ruin, so I'll probably stay on that for just a little bit. kind of want you to not be a blade. It's a really, really good class, but I want you to like just start picking up skills from classes that don't necessarily make a lot of sense to you, just to fill out you having them, you know? Do that infinite sandbox leveling thing where we just pick up classes for the sake of picking up classes. Maybe have you become a Dayblade in Zenith and Day's Blessing. It's so strange that I guess Day's Blessing is really inexpensive, which is why it has a time component. And heck attacks for 9 creature deals damage, details beyond the initial target and gain Radiance. Radiance isn't relevant because you're not using a wand, but you still have things. You're supposed to the whole enchanted charge nonsense is neat. Shockwave is just such a powerful ability, though. And we definitely need the gate shift for that level summoning of your swords. Unless we just replace that passive, like your little sword summoning thing. But it is very nice and very useful, and just generally really powerful because they don't have a timer. How do I want to do this? We can send you here to Beyblade, put Warp Blade in there, put Warp Blade there, and give you Gate Shift instead. Wait, no, that's still not ideal, but that's fine. I'm really set on you having that drain because it's that emergency tool, but Frenzy would probably be better. This way you can keep up Shockwave and Gate Shift, which is... The Frenzy is very powerful when we need it, but I think the bread and butter right now is currently just like Shockwave and Gate Shift. Let's head back to base and get the Sierra Shoal. 45 grand. I should talk to some merchants and stuff. See if I can get a beat on this month's deal and see if it's something that I can do like really quickly. Bullion and Hushwater. Wait, I can do that in like 10 days. I can make at least a delivery from Rail to Hushwater. Troll Hash. We're very far from you, Troll Hash, but we're gonna come over there and blow you up, don't worry about it. I think we'll take the Galleon. His is a little stronger. Yeah, neutral hash. Sink their ships. At least, you know, the ones we don't want. How are we gonna do this? Bloodlock, Bijou, and then Severus and Drax. Take their money. Not as much gear loot. Definitely worth, like, if we fight the elite fleets, to take every single ship, just so that we can, get more actual gear off of them, because the elite fleets tend to have, like, rare gear, and that's actually worth taking. Galleon for 6 grand, 5.25 grand rather. Not a terrible thing to go after. Their boats are also generally worth more, so maybe more worthwhile to go after that. I still do want to make the fleet stronger by, like, upgrading the ships, but that's like hundreds of thousands of gold. I'm at the point where I kind of want to visit the Emporio de Portale and just buy stuff. Is Stanley Block Stan gonna like comments about where we visit? Ah, Dane does have comments. Fantastic. I think you know that Elfhel's a bit of a weakness of mine. Misused in the past. Just be careful. Yeah, I'm here for my monthly 45 grand. Rail to Hushwater, I can do that pretty quickly, right? Less than 9 days for sure. Very doable. So we got 46. That's not a lot. Still, let's head off to Hushwater. Maybe hit some GCN fleets if they're elite. I don't want that big payout fight. Nothing but. Branding a bunch of cogs. They'll have good trade goods, I suppose. I should check their inventories if they have gold. They probably have like gold or something at this point. But that's an elite. No, that's an elite outfit. That's Corvairs. That's not a Galleus. Why would I think that's a Galleus? Corvairs are nice though. That's an elite battle fleet. Idia Kelsaz, 1 Blackwing Galleus, 3 Corvairs, and a Brigantine. Jace is not too happy with me. They're gonna be extra unhappy with me. Forgot to change your passives. That's technically your last mistake. Last mistake, first mistake, many mistakes. We'll see. One thing that's particularly scary about GC and elite fleets is that their ships are all like high crew ships. So they always have a lot of firepower. Their minimum crew count is very high. They also hit like trucks, so that is also another teensy tiny concern. How dare you do a negative morale action on us? He keeps yelling at me. He keeps terrorizing us. Not even yelling, just being scary. Yikes, uh-oh. It's one of my ships that doesn't just repair itself. Sailing all the way around for no real reason on this Corvair. Look at all these shock parts that we're probably gonna get at least a few of. That Rasmussen go for a little bit. Give me the old heart grip. Yeah, let's see who's helping. Grelk also doesn't go for a bit. Sorry, a cat and another cat. I misread the angle there. You definitely can't take all of these ships, so we'll take the Galleass and sell it. Yeah, you need to Mina that new, like, extra long range fist and see how that works. Her wind skill's actually higher now. Stone-footing our boy here, eh? Stone-footing a lot of us. Okay, that's a small problem. There's a small solution to this. And Mina walks over and punches the shit out of this dude for daring to try to stonefoot us. Yikes. Mina might be down. Might be very down. Yeah. Yep. We are not strong enough for this kind of thing right just yet. I think I nap Malladus. Revive Mina. Warmth your boy Narangu, he's gonna need it. Mina's definitely not gonna keep standing. Yikes. Okay, Narangu needs to be saved now. He's probably gonna do some kind of swashbuckler bullshit where he hits through. No, okay, we're good. Narangu, go now. Cast a proper healing spell. How scary these screws are that, like, they just straight up nearly won that fight. One sec, my cat needs something. Alright. Mina, forge your hammer. Reeve, throw your lightning. Against enemies that are lightning strong is not the greatest, but no, actually just rally at Mina. Rough bullet Overwatch. Broke the Overwatch. It's gonna do some decent damage, so let's just do that instead. Hi, Retta. Bye, Retta. Don't mind Edmina, she's just gonna do her thing. I don't know why I didn't have him reload his gun. Oof. Okay, that's a nasty hit. Mina wants her hammer back. How dare you hit it, Mina? Rook no longer has sleight of hand, so he has to reload the old-fashioned way. Oh, the hammers eventually just break? Or just can't be used anymore? Huh. That's never gonna actually happen. You know what? Eh. Make him sleepy. Mina's back for more. This time it's personal. Or something. You know how that goes, right? Almost just gonna do the old shoot you from a mile away. Call it a day thing. So Gallius is definitely coming with us. Might grab the Corvairs as well. Or at least one of them. We'll see. Yeah, we can grab like a Corvair or two or three. Even at partial speed, a Corvair is gonna get us easily to the, or not slow us down too much as we get to the next port to sail it. And out of that, we got 2 shock parts and a bunch of ship weapons we're gonna sell. Big thing is the 2 shock parts. That's base game. That's pretty rare. Well fought, but you can only protest against God for so long. Let's get everyone back on our ship. Hank's probably ready to become a minstrel. Give him the essence converter. Become a minstrel. $12,000 for that Gallius. That's not bad. 4 bears for 36 a pop. Definitely not worth fussing about as much as the Gallius was. Gustav. Let's buy that. Repair. Balance 43%, supports Jace. Oops, I'm not going down, we're going west. Straight west. We do got some gold here for you. Only 24,000, but that's fine. Dane, plug Mina. Sort our inventory a little bit. We don't have a whole lot of junk that needs to be dismantled, unfortunately. We are just loaded up with too much good stuff. There is some, don't get me wrong, but a lot of what we have is just high rarity stuff. This laser gear can go. Iron Ice Dagger can go. The electric armor, the reactor plates. So much junk. It is something to get those mods that let you just buy bags. As I am running out of space. Anyway, where's that crazy fist that we had that gives you extra reach? The reach knuckle? Mina's Iron Ice knuckle is outmatched by this thing. She can just pummel from a what the hell? It's a whip. It's a whip. It's actually just a whip. That's funny. What does she want to slot into this whip knuckle? We have 3 dispel triggers just sitting around? Damn. Okay. Might give her like a... She'd be absolutely nutty with though with Frenzy on this if I give her like a push trigger. Might give her another ability crest and get her Frenzy then. And you give her a push trigger. Let's see how that interacts with Pummel first. And I believe it comes at the very end of Pummel, right? Yeah, so... like, she would be able to... Pummel Guido. And then it'd push him. That's pretty wicked, though. But on a boat situation, if she frenzied, she'd be able to use the whole deal. Let's give her another ability crest. We only have 28 of them. We gotta use them sparingly. You can also ruin shot from a mile away, if she wanted to. Pummel's definitely the skill she needs from Brawler. Guessing the angle's not very good for that right now. She would need to do like angle shots to get the frenzy going. She probably wouldn't be able to actually get all 3. But still, it's something to go with the push trigger, potentially knocking people off boats. If she's enchanted... when does the enchant happen? On Pummel, it happens right before the push. I didn't realize that Guido's defense is so high, it literally doesn't hurt him. The fire enchant can't hurt him. That's how good his fire skill is. Or relative to hers, I guess. That's an upgrade for Mina. That's a significant upgrade for Mina. What else do I have laying around? That's big upgrades for various members of the crew. Tons of these weapons, I'm sure. That's the one that immediately pops to the top of my head. Which was the thing I put in here? It was ping, wasn't it? I mean, more movement, right? I have immunity to dispel. This guy's got even more time to act in his. You wouldn't mind having immunity to dispel. Guido as well, potentially. What does the cure trigger do in armor? What the cure trigger looked like. There's so many triggers that are all over the place in this inventory. You have that elementary gem. There it is. Ah, minus duration on all debuffs. Well, major debuffs. Basic debuffs. Not stun or silence or anything like that, though. I could get rid of Lasting Shelter if I took the Garden Ward triggers. Actually, no, I couldn't get rid of that because it's 50 versus 25. If anything, having those would just make me a little bit more likely to endure. But not a solution, not a replacement. Drowsy and Sleep Immunity would be good. Catman might take an accessory that speeds him up even further. No, we have quite a few that can do it. Father's Ring, Mage Fist. Assassin's Visage. The regular old cowboy hat. I think, is Rook actually wearing his hat? No, he's not. I didn't actually give him his hat, so where is his hat? Did I give someone else's hat? King Genghis has the various things. If I haven't given him the hat, maybe I should just give him his hat. Now there's his hat right there. It's just... it draws enemy attention. It doesn't quantify that, but maybe I should actually just toss that on Guido to give him even more aggro. 12 and 12 versus 16 and 5. Maybe I'll toss that on Guido, give him a sweet hat. Is there one with that hat that has a beard? I don't think so. He likes his beard. The negate when he gets pushed is actually very nice. it has helped him a lot in the past. The extra dodge, the extra wind power is also potent. But as a guy who likes to just go really, really often, like just really rapidly, the Avaro Crest. Protect the amulet and key the Avaro Heist Chamber. Let's just give him that. We'll protect him. We can put his slippers in his little bag of stuff. Even less time to act. If he ever decides to use the quick short bow again, he'll just fly. Because right now he's got 25 time to act. If he uses a multi-shot with the quick short bow and he hits absolutely nothing but ground, and he's got Reaper's Rush on, that's 8 refunded. If he kills anything, that's another 3 per thing that he kills. The absolute ideal would be he kills 4 things, which is not very likely. But let's say he does. That's 12 plus 8, 20. He goes 5 time units after he last went. Pretty significant. Inventory is still just way too full of stuff. That's fine. We got some money out of this. Roll the dice and see where we end up. We're now in Gunholder. Cool. Back over here. Awesome. Is it Avonhold? Let's go visit Rotbaden. Oh, there's not nearly enough time for a Rotbaden run. What do I want to do then? Even if I did like a fast Rotbaden, I wouldn't be able to do it fast enough. Maybe like a floor of the Jade Helix. Then we'll do Rotbaden next time. A single floor of the Helix is doable. Cradle. I think even the Cradle facility would be a bit long. What does the Cradle facility really have for me anymore? Just like a chance at Iron Ice, unfortunately. That's it. Also, Dane, sorry, you are not coming with us in here. Iron Ice. Last time I went there, I didn't even get any, so I'm a little leery about going to the Cradle. Much I need to unlock those spots, it's true. But this place can give me Iron Ice as well. There's a chance of Iron Ice here. It's not a guarantee, but it's about as good as it was over there, so... Maybe I just didn't look hard enough last time I went to the Cradle. Bird, Raylock, Gangles, 2 birds and a Raylock, a couple Heatles. The Raylock has me a little concerned. Nice try, jerk. Lightning weapon? Armor break? That's rude. Why are they getting 2 turns before we get 1? What is this? These birds suck. The Raylock's still actually the threat. because we can deal with these birds pretty reasonably. Zero still hasn't gotten a turn. Oh, oh, don't like it. Give Zero warmth. He inflicts 7 to their time to act. Wow, that's disgusting, actually. That's gonna be super useful. You know how I said, like, the big thing is you're using Shockwave and not the Frenzy? Yeah, maybe I regret that a little bit. Just a teensy tiny bit. Don't look at the relock. Do not look at the relock. It's a bad time looking at the relock. What we're gonna do is... just do some walls. Also, I probably should not have stood next to you, but it's fine. I'm gonna get relocked. Son of a bitch. His final action. Let's get everyone. I like how I blocked that, but I still got hit by the stupid hangover. Hey, take another turn. Go for it, asshole. Oh god. Stop breaking our armor. It's fucking birds, man. It's ruptured at least. Very ruptured. Awesome. Stun all of them there. Hear my blind, delirious hangover nonsense. That'll probably make the Ansible want to cure his little buddy of his blind. Oh, that's why he got 2 turns. The Howl just gives a free turn, that's crazy. Yeah, this guy's gonna need a cure sooner than later. Guido will suffer a little bit for this, but it's fine. So Bear has become a new level of OP. He just denies enemies time to act based on like his magic power or something. So they no longer ever get a turn. Ever. Never. Just no turns. Ever. It's crazy. Turn to behind the wall. Oh yeah, I can just like heal it to death. Perfect Strike cares not for your blindness. Just warm up to yourself, Guido. It's not gonna matter. The fight's gonna be over before it's relevant, but that is disgusting. This thing has 0 time to act and is so stunned. That hat is busted. He is glad to be wearing just a hat. Okay, Guido's armor didn't actually get broken, but yours certainly did. The thing missed with the armor break on Guido. Where are my repair tools? There they are. A Tome of Magic. I know several people on the team who could use some more magic. I think Bear, and you are the... Bear's like the mage, so we're gonna give him the Tome of Magic. He doesn't really need it, but you never know. But yeah, that's going to be it for me for today. Thanks for watching, hanging out. Hope you had a good time. Hope you have a good day, evening, night, whichever it is for you. Bye for now.